Unscripted.
You know, there's always some interesting things that are going to come up about video games, and I think that even during slow times, we continue to see this being a thing, and we continue to see this actually being something that happens quite a bit in terms of developers talking about these new consoles and stuff like that. And I'm glad that they continue to happen. You know, as a fan of gaming, I do think that this is some of the most incredible times. We're actually, in my opinion, probably living in like the golden age of gaming right now, right? Like, and I know people kind of laugh at me when I say this, but it's honestly, in my opinion, the golden age of gaming, and I think that that's probably not going to change. Now, my initial idea behind gaming, or my initial thoughts of when the best time in gaming is Xbox 360. That's probably the best era, but I think that right now, with everything that's kind of going on, I feel like we're definitely seeing like a resurgence and sort of a new age of gaming, and it's been incredible to see that. You know, it's been incredible to see like gamers and fans and everybody kind of come together and just see that everything that's going on is so gamer oriented, with the gamers at the forefront. You know, like, I might not be a huge particular fan of the way that Microsoft handles a lot of this stuff, but it does put gamers at the forefront, and I think that that's incredibly smart. From that aspect, we keep seeing, a lot of this kind of stuff happens time and time again. Sony, they're very much gamer oriented. We saw how their reaction was to the Cyberpunk 2077 issues, and they were able to kind of go out there and take care of that. And that was for fans. In fact, they changed their entire way of thinking. They had to kind of change their entire situation to sort of go out there and handle that, and I thought that they did a really good job with that. And Microsoft forced Microsoft to follow suit and kind of do the same thing. And I think, again, that's where like we really get this sense of competition, and how competition is really a great thing all the way across the board. So even with that being said, there's always stuff happening, there's always stuff kind of going on, and there's always stuff sort of to be thankful about when it comes to video games, and this is really no exception when we continue to see stuff like this happen. And I gotta say that it's really fun to see when developers are this hyped and this excited for it, and I love to see it. And I love to see, like, in general, like, consoles be successful, games be successful. Yes, that includes sales. If you're not having sales, you're not going to be able to keep making particular products and stuff like that. But let's get into it, shall we? What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out a small little crappy channel like mine, the best way to do it, it's a simple like. Honestly, that is definitely the best way to go about things, and it really does mean a lot to me when you guys help out that way. I put a lot of work and effort into these games, and it just really does mean a tremendous amount to me. So thank you guys so much for that. With that being said, shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You are simply amazing folks, and really pat yourself on the back for being so fantastic and just being amazing people. And the support has been off the charts, and I'm just so appreciative of that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. So anyway, when it comes to next generation, we want, I think most of us anyway, kind of want this idea that our next gen consoles are going to be used and utilized to the absolute fullest. And I think that, with that being said, a lot of times that doesn't happen. And what I mean by that is, developers a lot of times are held back by the current hardware, and we see this time and time again. We see this with Cyberpunk, we've seen this with other games, we've seen this happen quite a bit, where developers are forced to adhere to getting their games up and running on old hardware, and that's you understand from a business perspective, right? But I think as fans, we find it a little bit harder to understand. We're the ones out here spending $550 a pop on these new consoles, and when you see that something is held back, or you see how atrocious Cyberpunk is, like Cyberpunk probably should have been delayed another year and just released on the next gen consoles and PC, and it would have been fine. Instead, you have this huge mess with everything that's kind of going on, and that's really unfortunate, because I think CD Projekt Red are good developers. I just feel like obviously this is something that's going to come back and haunt them for probably a long time, and that's unfortunate. I really do hope that they get their act together or whatever, because that kind of stuff is like I said, really can haunt you for a long time, and that's something that I don't think everybody wants that to happen, because I think obviously Cyberpunk is an aberration, and overall I've heard people are enjoying the game, to the credit, like the ones that are getting into it, the ones that are able to actually play it, like on Xbox Series X or PS5, I guess it's not as bad, or PC. They say they really love the story, they love the game and all that kind of stuff. It's just the fact that it's so broken, and there's so many glitches and stuff like that. Again, pandemic could be to blame a little bit for that as well. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm sure that CD Projekt Red can bounce back. I'm sure people were willing to give them another chance. Heck, if they're willing to give Microsoft another chance, then I'm sure CD Projekt Red could get a little bit of love in that direction as well. But anyway, when it comes to next generation consoles, Gran Turismo 7 is one of the ones that realistically comes to mind as something that's going to be a great showpiece for for the next generation. So I'm really looking forward to kind of looking at this and saying, hey, this is exactly what we are looking for on next generation. And again, I have to say that for me personally, I love hearing this. So Gran Turismo as a series pays incredible attention to the detail, which the devil's in the detail, obviously. It's doubly important in a genre that always strives for authenticity, as racing simulators do. Now, developers Polyphony Digital have every intention of keeping that going with the upcoming Gran Turismo 7 as well. Speaking recently at the finals of the Gran Turismo Championships 2020, series producer and Polyphony Digital boss, Mr. Yamauchi, talked about how the studio always strives to apply the greatest attention to detail in its games, and how it wants to make zero concessions with Gran Turismo 7, which is why it's on PlayStation 5 and not PlayStation 4. He says, "We always pursue the best at Polyphony Digital. We don't want to make concessions on anything. We want to deliver the best to everyone. And this is no longer just me thinking, but it is the mindset of all 200 or so staff at our company. They say in Japan that divinity comes to reside in the details, and it's so true. How much attention you pay to the fine details, how to perfect it, hone it to perfection, and applying an incredible amount of detail to this is our production style." So that is really cool to see. And then Sony is obviously allowing that not to be a that's one of the things that really kind of came about really fast, and and I really got to say that that's absolutely incredible with what I wanted to see as a fan. I want to see the fans be able to go out there and get a game that fully supports their console, and it isn't held back by the previous generations and stuff like that. So yeah, very nice to see that. Awesome to see Polyphony Digital sort of take that stand, and to be able to go and to be able to go there and sort of do that and accomplish that. So I absolutely think that this is what people want. This is what gamers want that picked up a PlayStation 5. Heck, this is what people want if they picked up Xbox Series X or S. They wanted these games built from the ground up to take full advantage of, and realistically, that's exactly what we're getting. And that should be something that everybody's real thankful for. Us as gamers getting all the stuff that we're excited for, that we didn't think possible. Like, that's the stuff that I feel like really kind of showcases exactly that Sony is in tune with what everybody says, and this is why I think Sony oftentimes wins these generational battles when it comes to gaming consoles and stuff like that. Exactly why, they do the best job at listening to the fans. They do the best job at paying attention to like the trends in gaming and stuff like that. I really have to respect that, and I really have to think that everybody kind of respects them for that reason. There's a reason why they keep winning and they keep like exceeding everybody's expectations, and so that's what I'm looking most forward to. Are you guys looking forward to more PS5 only games? Are you guys upset about the about the cross-gen stuff? I'm not really upset. It just is what it is. I wish they would have been more upfront with it right from the beginning. But again, I don't really trust anybody in this business, so it does kind of make everybody sort of it does sort of make sense. But let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Take a minute to consider subscribing. It does mean a lot. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Have a happy holiday. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.